What's up, you crazy bunch of weirdos? What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing out there? Guys, it's Monday, baby. It's Monday. You guys know I love my Mondays, man. I love my Mondays. Look at Bitcoin holding support ever so delicately. Guys, here's the thing. I do have the unfortunate news to tell you that Bitcoin has tumbled, crashed, and been devastated in price back down to prices that we have not seen since yesterday. So, yes. Oh, man. How's everybody doing, man? How the hell are you? I'm feeling good. I'm doing some DCAing. Keep an eye out on the Patreon for my buy alerts. As soon as I'm done this live stream, I will be putting in some buy orders. Going to get that out of the way, guys. And yeah, how the hell are you guys? How the hell are you? Let's get into, we got super chats galore to start the show. Guys, you are back. Welcome back, my friends. Matt, thank you for all you do. Matt, thank you, my friend. You're always supporting me, carrying the weight of the team with the gifted memberships as well. You are the man, brother. Thank you so much. Ari, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Rob, thank you in advance for updates you bring to the community. Hope we don't drive you too crazy. Oh, no, I'm all good in the hood. I love you guys. I love you guys. I don't know what I would do without you guys now, honestly. It's me, Big C. Happy 4th, Rob, and Crypto Fam. Yes, 4th of July is coming, guys. July 1st as well. Canada Day is tomorrow. And then July 4th, Independence Day in the U.S. It's going to be a great weekend, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Eddie, my dude. Sign up for the Patreon, people. Time is of the essence. Yes, absolutely, man. I'm putting in this week's picks, guys. This week's Rob's what will we call it? What will we call it? Futures weekly picks. We're gonna put them into the Patreon today. This week's picks for DCAing or finding entry points. I'm gonna be uploading that video later today. You're not gonna want to miss, guys. Let me know in the chat if you're on the Patreon. Should we do a weekly picks or should we do a daily picks over on the Patreon? I'm open to it either way, guys. If you want daily picks, let's frickin' go, man. I got you covered. H. Barbarina dropping some sauce just because I can. Why not? Showing that H. Barbarina is indeed in the house. What's going on, guys? How the hell are you guys? I hope. I put out a poll, and I wanted to find out the general sentiment, how you guys are feeling. Let's check the poll. So 64% of you guys are feeling bullish. 9% of you guys are feeling that if you're not first, you're last. And that is scientifically proven, right? Only 12% of you guys are feeling bearish. I love it. I love the sentiment, guys. I love that you guys are feeling good. I'm feeling good. We're all feeling good. Let's freaking go. We got a lot of news to get into today, guys. I'm in a good mood. You guys know I love Mondays, as I already said. Let's get into it. Bitcoin holding support right at this. Remember this Weiss? Remember this Weiss line? Remember this nice white line that I put in here a couple days ago? And I said we need to break above it and close above it, which we did. Now we're holding it as support. It was resistance 4 days, and then we broke through. Now we're testing it as support. This could be very, very good. Could be very, very good, guys, because we are, in fact, testing this level of previous resistance as support at 107,300. We could wick below it again, but if we close above it, that would be a successful retest and flip of the resistance level into support. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get into the chat. William, my dude, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Andy, Scots, first as always. That's right, baby. Us Scots got to stick together, man. Okay, second. Hoover, what's going on, man? What's going on? Crypto Drunk, good afternoon, Rob. Patiently waiting for the run. Can you make it start already? I'm trying to kickstart it, baby. It's like a broken lawnmower right now. Just pulling that chain, baby. Happy Monday, Joy. Hit the likes and cheers. Yes. What do we have? 246 people here. What do we have? 77 likes. Guys, we are shooting for 200 likes today. Let's go. 77. Let's hit that goal, guys. We're already almost halfway there. We're at 77. So make sure you hit the like button. H. Barbarina in the house. Jesse and James, love what you do, Rob. You're always there giving us confidence, which is easy to do when I've not seen a wrong call from you. Keep it up, brother. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Mario, what's up, man? Good to see you. Guys, as always, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Doesn't cost you a single red cent. So go ahead and get that done for me. It'd be absolutely super fantastic. Do it. Yo, Quentin, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Somebody actually complained in the comment section this morning. Stop calling us weirdos. I don't like it. Or you can go somewhere else. You weirdo. Nick Powell, what's up, buddy? When I see Miria almost 3-0 back the truck up. Hell yes, my friend. Hell yes. Over the top in the house. What's going on, man? CMAR21, what's up, Rob? I'm feeling bullish. My friend also, peeps, hit that like button and save Rob's nucks. Absolutely. Wiz21, liked on future and blueprint, so no kick in the gonads from me today. There you go. Nice. Yeah, guys, if you're not hitting the like button, it's pretty much like just standing there and just sacking me, right? Why would you do that? Heat wave in Europe. Things are heating up. Exactly. That's just a market heating up right there, right? Thank you, Rob, for all your work. Hey, no problem, Mark. No problem. Beebs, my dude. What's up, man? Good to see you. Spuds, what's going on? Blessings, John, my friend. Good to see you. Smash the like button. Yo, Mars. Things looking pretty stable for end of the month close. What are your thoughts on BTC and its monthly close? Positive? If we close above 106 still, let's have a look at the monthly, my friend. Let's have a look at the monthly. Very good quote. Look at that. Look at that juicy monthly candle, guys. Yes, this will be the highest monthly close in Bitcoin history. Okay, the highest. So high like la di da da da. Looking good, guys. Looking good. This could be a good close. We only have what, 5.5 hours left to the daily close. So yes, Yo Mars, this is absolutely epically bullish, man. Epically bullish for the monthly close. Setting up for a juicy July, guys. Setting up for a juicy July. Easy, yo, got that ZBIC dip. Nice. There you go. I've seen a few people saying over on the Patreon that their buy orders were filling on ZBIC. I think I saw Andy say that his filled. So much love, brother. Much love. Jasmine or Miria, first to break out. Your opinion? Well, I mean, IoT and utility plays usually break out before Web3 gaming projects. However, Miria is double bottomed right now. If we go look over at Miria's chart, I think that Miria is about to go on a nice little run. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so Miria is kind of double bottomed right now, as you can see, right? We could wick down, we could come down to 2010, but this would be technically enough, in my opinion, for a double bottom to play out, right? We could see that happen. So we had the inverse head and shoulders play out, Bitcoin collapse, which brought everything back down. So a double bottom resistance back at 201439. And if we can smash through that again, well, guys, the sky is the limit. Looking good. Looking good. Let's throw some fibs on there just to have a look. I just want to see where our potential resistances could be from the high to the low. So we're just below right now your 236. Well, actually, I mean, there you go. We're actually right at our 236, sitting at 20107. If it can hold support, you could see a bounce back up to your 382, 201,367, or your 50 fib around 2016. Depends on how violently Bitcoin moves. And I do believe Bitcoin is about to have a juicy move. So Zebek truly is a gift. Truly is the gift that keeps on giving. Roberto, thanks for everything, all your hard work. I hope you enjoyed your time with your pappy. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Nadix is very juicy to DCA right now. Yes, yes, it is, guys. Absolutely, H. Barbarina. 100% a great scoop up. Mark says, press the like button for Rob. Absolutely. Should I start bartending nights to get some extra dry powder? I've always wanted to. Funny story, Jake. Funny story. Last cycle, I ran security in multiple bars for all 4 years, right? Just to get that extra dry powder. I worked full time all the time, multiple jobs. Yeah, so absolutely, I think that you should. I really do think that you should. I did. I switched between bartending and running security in bars. Sometimes I was doing both on the same night. So yeah, hell yeah, brother. Another great day to be hanging with you and the crypto fam. Absolutely, a guy. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. We got another super chat. Strawberry Dragon. Happy Monday, Rob and Weirdo fam. Let's go. You made me cough there. I was choking on your super chat. Holy smokes. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Thank you guys for coming back in concert. Holy smokes. All out of that dry powder. Time to start donating plasma. Yep, spit, blood, urine, whatever you got, man. Let's go. What's up, crypto fam? Leo, how you doing, buddy? Smash the like button. Let's go all the way up. Yeah, let's set a new all-time high on the like button, guys. We got to get to 200. We're at 104. We got this, man. We can do it. Put your back into it. Just like Ice Cube says, man. Let's get it done. Where are we? Josh, good to be back, my dude. Welcome back to the party, my friend. Absolutely. Also, not financial advice, but is putting all of our profits under tips on. I wish, brother. I wish. You could be my taste tester. Lily, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Time to win. Let's go. Oh, snap. I'm on the board. A guy is on the board, leading the way. Eric, good to see you, man. Good to see you. There she is. Gamma Goddess in the house. She says, if you're not first, you're last. Let's get this money. Like and subscribe. Absolutely. Don't forget that like button. Says a guy. Hell yeah. 4:20 a.m. here. Good morning, Patreon fam and Rob. Today's going to be a great day. Rise Above is up at the crack of dawn, and dawn is very attractive. Let's get to that gym, brother. Get in a workout. Pith to the moon. Hell yeah, Penny Packer. Here up, can you take a look at TARS between the partnership and tokenomics? It should be huge. Yes, I'm very big on TARS AI. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. We love TARS AI. I am a holder of TARS AI for full transparency. We collapsed below this trend line, so let's clean it up and have another look. The problem with TARS is that there is no real history here for us to really go by. So essentially, what we're doing before a big run, TARS is basically in an accumulation zone right now, right? And it's probably going to be in here for a little while until Bitcoin decides what it wants to do here, okay? So that's good. The longer that we consolidate here, the better it's going to be. But if you zoom in, you are looking at a little bit of a bull flag forming on TARS AI, right? Which is still going to, even on the breakout for this bull flag, or bull pennant, sorry, you're still going to be inside this structure, okay? This isn't going to cause a breakout of your accumulation phase, but it is a nice leg up, right? Your breakout is going to be probably somewhere around 11 cents to 7, somewhere around there, right? You could hit resistance right about here at 11 cents 11. But yeah, TARS is looking good. Nice little breakout, nice little move to the upside coming. Again, not enough to break you out of the accumulation phase that it's in, but that's okay. The longer it accumulates, the higher it's going to go in the big picture, right? So ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. I like both options, but I love the details you give with the weekly. Oh, nice. There you go. Well, the details would be the same daily, though, right? So Hopefully a good start to July. Hell yeah, Rob, have you checked or heard of Velo? My X timeline is always showing posts on it. Yeah, I've I've watched Velo for a long, long time. Velo is a good decentralized finance play for sure. Good project. I don't hold any. I probably should. I was going to buy some probably like 8 months ago, but they were doing some sort of token migration, or there was something going on with the tokenomics on it. So I kind of steered away from it until they got that figured out and got it done. I may revisit Velo in the future. I'll let you guys know over on the Patreon whether I decide to scoop some up or not, but I do think that it is a good project. So do you think Nadix will drop further? Seems like a good time. Yeah, Nadix is pretty close to its local bottom, I would say. So, yeah, right now, listen, don't try to time the bottom on these plays, guys. I just personally just DCA, and, that way you'll catch the bottom no matter what. 9 times out of 10, if you try to time the bottom, you're going to miss it, right? And they're going to end up buying at higher prices. Going AI, nice. Going all in on Shadow Token. There you go. Shadow Token. Yeah, I looked Shadow Token up before. I can't remember what I said about it, but I have looked at it. Andrew, what's up, man? Time for BTC to shake and bake like Ricky Bobby. Absolutely, man. Are some of your price targets still in play by the end of July? Yes, sir. I think July is going to be pretty juicy. Who doesn't like being called a weirdo? Badge of honor. Exactly. TARS should be huge. Yes. Unlimited. 6 eyes. Hey, brother. Happy Monday from Michigan. Very nice day here. Hoping you have a nice day. Well, yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I'm glad you're enjoying the weather. Guys, get outside. Touch some grass. Bitcoin's looking good. It's holding strong support right now, even if we have a little bit of a shakeout over the first, Mondays are generally liars. I tell you guys that. If we end up being red today, we'll probably end up being green tomorrow. So Nadex is going to be huge, absolutely super fantastic. Are some of your price targets still in play? I already read that. Fantastic monthly close. Absolutely. XRP seems pumping, Rob. Is there any news? There's been a lot of news on XRP. I've been talking about it every single day for the most part. XRP just got a spot ETF approval in Canada. So there's that. A bunch of moonlings. What's up, Rob? I'm feeling bullish. There you go. It's an old world word for weird. It's an old wooden ship. Crypto Queen, what's going on? Love you, man. Keep up the good work. Everyone hit the like and subscribe. MXC, Zebik, Miria, hell yeah, to the moon, man. Gut feeling XRP will end the week with a big bang. This is a great spot to buy. Zebek also, yes, it is. Smash them likes. Rob, Florida crew paying attention. That's what I like to see, my Florida crew. Hey, Rob, did you look at Jasmine's technical analysis? I look at Jasmine's chart every single day. Absolutely. Every single day I look at Jasmine's chart. One of my favorite projects, Amazing Coins, with the Macho Man elbow drop. Hey, Rob, have I missed in what have I missed in the last week? I've been busy. Hope y'all were. Well, you missed the blow off top, man. We all made millions of dollars, right? We sold all of our coins. We're out. Everyone's out of the market now. We're all multimillionaires. We all drive cherry red Lamborghinis, right? That's what you missed. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back into the mix. How much can you bench, Rob? Usually, I used to do 405, but I'm an old man now, so I usually do my sets around 315. But that's just my sets. That's not my max. Gary, I hit Gary Daly. You're going to love my nets. I think a lot of us are seeing this holiday weekend that we're going to see a pump. Yeah, hey, you're absolutely right. It is the holiday weekend, guys, in both Canada and the U.S. So, it could be kind of boring. And if it is, I'm going to take full advantage of it, and I'm going to stuff those bags, man. In Rob We Trust, stuffing my Nadex bag. There you go. How are we looking on Zebik? How low can it go? Well, Zebik did hit down exactly where I said it would. It hit that 2033 level. We're at 2032 right now. I think it's going to try to hold support, but if it doesn't, we could come down to about 20 293. We could see that happen. I would take that. I would take that. When do you think we can say it's the last time to buy? Well, I mean, you never know, brother. You never know, Kizza. Probably sometime soon, though, man. I'm telling you, the market's getting ready to pop. There's a lot of metrics that indicate it. A lot of metrics that indicate it, man. Institutional buying has increased as well. Let me hold on. I'm going to try to pull up the. I want to see what the M2 money supply is doing today. What is the M2 doing? Ha! Check this out, guys. Check this out. The M2 once again hit another new all-time high today. Another new all-time high. Well, local high anyway, for the M2 money supply. It keeps going up, guys. This is amazing for Bitcoin. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. We got a lot of upside to go, man. A lot of upside to go. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Shannon, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Seth. Hey, Rob. XCN looking like it's ready for its next leg up. Everything is looking like it's ready for its next leg up, my brother. If it goes that low, I'll just oh, hell yeah, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you. Jake, Mr. M2, Mr. M2, if you're nasty. There you go. MR2 if you're nasty. These fake profiles on X impersonating you, they're slick. Watch. Yes, guys, I've heard that as well. Hang on, I gotta clear my throat. Yes, guys, I've heard reports that there are a lot of impersonation X accounts out there pretending to be me. Here's the thing, guys. I have a blue check mark on X. I'm verified. So if you see an X account and there's no blue check mark, it's not me, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. Join the Patreon group, guys, to get all the valuable suggestions from Rob and the team. Yes, guys, I am going to, you know what? We're doing daily picks. I'm going to be dropping my daily picks over on the Patreon today, starting today, guys. Do not miss out on that. The link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. It's everywhere you want to be. Rob, what do you think about Songbird? I love Songbird. Fantastic. I like what they're doing with Flare. I like that they're on the XRP ledger. I've always been a fan of Songbird. Yes, I don't hold any, and I probably should sometime soon. So yes, I am a fan of Songbird. All right, we're caught up in the chat. Let's get into the news, guys. Everything's looking good. M2 money supply is looking good. Let's go look at the Russell. See what's going on there. By the way, strategy was just added to the Russell today as well. So what do we have here? Let's remove the M2 money supply. The Russell is still above. We have broken above the 200-day for the Russell. Last time that happened, it went parabolic. If you don't know what the Russell is, to sum it up briefly, it is basically the micro cap alt. It's like the altcoin market cap for the stocks. It's everything outside the S&P 500. Strategy was just, formerly MicroStrategy, was just added to the Russell, right? So very, very bullish, guys. It's broken out past the 200-day. Again, in 2021, when it broke above the 200-day, it went parabolic. Why that matters in the stock market is because it's a reflection of consumer appetite for risk on assets. And when it went parabolic in the 2021 cycle after breaking above the 200-day, well, guess what? The altcoin market cap did the exact same thing. Big things are coming, guys. Do not be fooled. Do not fall asleep because you're bored, because you're going to wake up and not know what the hell. You're going to get a tortilla slap in the face. You're not going to know what the hell happened. My power got moist. My powder got moist. It's dry now, though. There you go. I sniffed all my... What do you think about Stronghold? Very bullish on Stronghold as well. Again, another project I do not hold, but I wish that I did hold, okay? So, and here's the thing. You can't get them all, right? If I have time, I probably will end up building a bag of Stronghold. I probably will end up building a bag of Songbird if I have time before things go parabolic. But right now, I'm working on one of our, specifically two of our micro cap gems that we pick over on the Patreon. I'm continuing to stock those bags daily as much as I can because they're going to explode soon, and I'm going to be there for every little finger-licking bit of it, okay? I'm telling you right now. Rob, people are complaining, seeing Zebek dumping hard. Quit being scared and buy more. Yeah, hey, let them complain, right? They're a very, very strong metric that shows us that the market is about to turn around. I love tortillas, and there you go. Have you looked into DGen Arena? Yes, I've looked at it a couple of times. It seems okay. People have requested it over the last week, but here Martin Lucas caused that dump for Z. I don't know anything about it. This is the first dip I wasn't prepared for. May the market work in your favor till Wednesday. There you go, man. Absolutely. This isn't even a dip. This isn't a dip, guys. People are like, guys, all we did was return to the prices we were at yesterday, right? So this isn't even a dip. We just basically, yesterday didn't happen, right? Like what? That fool hasn't got the following to do anything like that. Yeah, exactly. Definitely has no say in the market. Hey, Rob. New to the channel. Love the energy, brother. Can you explain Jasmy to me? I have had and sold it. Yes, Jasmy. I am extremely bullish on Jasmy, brother. Also, welcome to the community. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you. Jasmy is doing some big things, my friend. There's like 5 different passive income streams for Jasmy. Once their mainnet gets launched later in this quarter, their Jasmy wallet's going to be launched. They're going to be providing GPU processing power to AI projects, Web3 gaming plays, all kinds of developers. So look out for that. I actually, funny story, it's awesome that you're here because I actually have Hara, the CFO of Jasmy, and Jankshin. He's actually coming onto my channel here in the near future for an interview. So stay locked in here because he's going to be here live on the channel in the coming future. He's taking care of some appearances that he has to do and stuff like that. But I am in constant contact with his team. And Hara is, in fact, coming to the channel, as many of you guys know. So, getting hit by energy, that sounds fun. Can you show what the next resistance is on Pith? Pith, yeah, I think I did that yesterday. Let's look at Pith again today, shall we? Let's look at Pith. Another one of my favorite projects. I love me some Pith. Yeah, I was looking at Pith yesterday. Your next resistance probably going to be somewhere around. You're going to have to recover here. You've basically bottomed out on Pith. So honestly, Pith is a great DCA right now, in my opinion. But your first major resistance is going to be somewhere around your 236, around 18 cents 96. And then as you can see, your next resistance at your 382, 25 cents 47. Those are going to be your next 2 levels of resistance there. Andy, my dude, coming through. Just in, U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis calls for Congress to end unfair taxes on Bitcoin and crypto. Just in, U.S. and India to announce new trade deal very soon. Go pump it up, Rob. Andy, you're absolutely right. And to top that off, a little bit of a cherry on top for you there, brother, is that Canada has rescinded its tariffs that they had introduced that pissed Trump off. So now Canada and the U.S. have announced that they have also reopened negotiations as well. So all signs point to big things. Guys, listen, the top of the cycle is scheduled 525 days after the Bitcoin halving, which lands us around September, October, November this year. That we got this crypto framework that's going to be in place. They say Congress says by September as well. Everything is lining up for an absolutely phenomenal Q3, Q4 of this year, guys. If you're not first, you're last. Absolutely. How high do you expect Pith to go? To the moon, brother. I think Pith could hit $2-3, maybe four, depending. Nobody caused a dip to Zebek. It is corrected. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. YouTube changed my name. Yeah, it's changed everybody's name. I don't know why it did that. It's giving me your ats instead of whatever your name is now. I don't know. Maybe they do that because some people put inappropriate names or something. I have no idea. I'm just speculating, right? Kizza, Andy, you're gonna run out of money if these super chats market doesn't start pumping soon. Andy's making that cheddar, man. He's picking the right projects. He's picking the gems, baby. Didn't cause the price on Zebek to go down. Rob and others like Caesar have been telling us for weeks it's going down. Exactly. Uh, exactly, Andy. Exactly. Random request, but can you look at XYO pretty please? I suppose I can. I'm going to look at XYO and then I'm going to get into the news, guys, because we have a lot of news to get into today, okay? So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to get into the news. XYO, let's have a looky-loo. Another project I love. Yeah, look at this bullish structure in XYO, man. You had your falling wedge, you broke out. You have your next falling wedge happening right now on XYO. A break on this, as you can tell, I've been charting XYO. Right, your break on this is going to be very, very nice. Break to the upside. You're going to be looking at around right back to the top, possibly 1.5 cents, 1 cent, 5.675, something like that. Should be a juicy little move, man. It depends, right? Are you going to do that, or are you going to come down from? Are you going to go up from here, from the start of this? I mean, you could go a little bit higher. Not by much, 1 cent 7.1. Nice little breakout though on XYO. Looks like it's going to take place. So very nice, brother. Can you check XRP chart? I'm not going to check any more charts right now. I'm going to get into the news because we're already 46 minutes in and I haven't even talked about the news. So Andy's my favorite Scottish in a kilt. Absolutely, yes. Andy is the man. Drinks are on me, man. I'm going to be heading to Scotland probably next year, and Andy's going to drink me under the table. That's for sure. No problem, no problem. Gems, J-E-M-Z. There you go. All right, let's get into the news, guys. But before we do, as we always do about this time, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. You guys know the drill. Keep your crypto safe. Keep it off of exchanges, not your keys, not your coins, guys. Be safe out there. And yeah, protect your profits, guys. You can take profits on here. You can hold stablecoin on here. You can even stake your crypto or your stablecoin on your Decent wallet through the entire bear market, getting interest the whole time, right? So check it out. Use our link down below. Get a fantastic deal. We've got a 2-for-1 deal on the biometric wallet, guys, or the card wallet. Not your keys, not your coins. Check it out. All right, first up in the news today, we got a lot to cover, guys. It's juicy out there, man. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he's ready to replace Fed Chair Jerome Powell if Mr. T wants him to. Check it out.
While we're talking about interest rates and the Federal Reserve, it has been recently reported that you might be in consideration for the job as the next Fed chair. When you've been asked about the likelihood recently, you said that it's up to the president.
Me and coach.
Is it a job that you would want?
I will do what the president wants, but I think I have the best job in D.C. We're making a lot of progress with the president's leadership. Think about it. We are going to have the tax bill on his desk by July 4th. We're going to be wrapping up the trade talks. So I think we've had great momentum, and we will be working on Chair Powell's successor over the coming weeks and months.
You had mentioned that an announcement could be as early as October or November, and Powell's term ends in May of 2026. How is the street supposed to navigate between that announcement time and the time between the term being over for Chair Powell? You were the one, I want to remind people, that had brought up the idea of a shadow Fed chair prior to the election. Is a new appointee supposed to be considered that shadow Fed chair?
Well, not necessarily. We'll see. There's a seat opening up, a 14-year seat opening up in January. So we've given thought to the idea that perhaps that person would go on to become the chair when Jay Powell leaves in May, or we could appoint the new chair in May. Unfortunately, that's just a 2-year seat.
So ultimately, do you think that there could be some confusion?
Well, I don't see why there would be confusion because, obviously there are people who are currently at the Fed who are under consideration. So why would there be confusion if that you add another candidate in January.
So what about Fed policy as it stands today? The president has voiced his preference for lower interest rates. There have been investors, but also most recently the Bank of International Settlements warning about any inflation risks tied to the tariff policy. Realistically, how much can the Fed lower rates this year? And what is the level and rate of unemployment that would suggest a faster pace of rate cuts? Economically, what has to slow?
Well, look, I said during my confirmation, I won't talk about the mistakes the Fed's going to make. I'll only talk about the ones they have made. They made a gigantic mistake in 2022. And as I like to point out, medical studies have shown that people who fall tend to look at their feet, which makes them fall more. And my worry here is that having fallen down on the American people in 2022, Fed's now looking at their feet. We have seen no inflation from tariffs. If we do, which we don't have to, then there'd be a one-time price adjustment. Nothing is more transitory than that. So, Team Transitory, having failed the American people in 22, they seem a little frozen at at the wheel here.
To be an economic curly man. Absolutely. Blair, how you doing? How you doing? Chicken dinner, winner. Rob, what do you think about rights reserved? Great project. I dig it. I like it. I want some more of it. I don't hold any, but it is a good project. I do like rights reserved. Absolutely. All right. What else do we have going on in the news today, guys? North Korea's Lazarus hack. Guys, this is why you need self-custody. This is the second time North Korea has started hacking. It seems like this is what they're going to be doing, is hacking exchanges and stuff like that, right? We saw them do it with, was it Bitmart? I think it was Bitmart they hacked a couple of months ago. They're back at it, guys. Again, North Korea's Lazarus hack, BitoPro for $11.5 million. Keep your crypto safe, guys, right? In June 2025, the Lazarus Group, a prolific North Korean hacking collective, attacked BitoPro exchange, resulting in $11.5 million in losses. The incident reflects ongoing vulnerabilities within cryptocurrency platforms and emphasizes the group's persistent threat. Guys, use our link down below. Get yourself a decent wallet. Keep your crypto safe, for crying out loud, right? The methodology observed during the breach strongly resembles known Lazarus Group activity. We are working closely with law enforcement and blockchain security experts to recover stolen assets and prevent further incidents. Lazarus Group, I'm getting tongue-tied saying this. Lazarus Group attack underscores its tactics of exploring centralized exchanges impacting the digital asset ecosystem. Such breaches often lead exchanges to tighten security, affecting liquidity and prompting regulatory scrutiny. Mr. T needs to get in there and do something about it, because this is the second time they're like attacking, they're siphoning money from the rest of the world by hacking crypto exchanges and stealing people's money. When they stole all that Ethereum a couple of months ago, there was zero consequences for their actions, right? So there needs to be consequences. Otherwise, they're going to keep on keeping on, right? The North Korean state-backed Lazarus Group executed a sophisticated breach targeting BitoPro's exchange in June of 2025, extracting $11.5 million. The exchange responded by collaborating with law enforcement to mitigate damage and recover funds. The group is known for targeting financial infrastructures with similar high-value breaches in the past, employing advanced malware and vulnerabilities. Additionally, the attack triggered discussions among crypto exchanges to enhance security measures. The theft involving Bitcoin and Ethereum disrupted some market activity, emphasizing the group's impact on the broader cryptocurrency sector. Exchanges have increasingly invested in monitoring tools and audits to address security threats. Historical data points to Lazarus' successful laundering of over $900 million annually, making it a significant concern for regulators. Increased regulatory measures include a wallet blacklisting and corporate cooperation with international agencies to curb such attacks. The ongoing threat from Lazarus may lead to heightened technological innovation and cybersecurity within the industry as platforms seek to safeguard assets. Keep your stuff safe. Sup, Rob? No problem, no problem. Markets are closed in Gaza down. Oh, really? Hey man, do you think Turbo can get to 5 cents? I think Turbo could get to 10 cents. Not gonna lie, brother. Not gonna lie. All right, what else do we have going on in the news? Let's check it out. We got lots, guys. We got the fries that'll cross your eyes. Former AMB Nick Burns. See what I did there, buddy? Don't think the U.S. and China are close to a comprehensive trade deal. Let's check it out.
U.S. and China moving closer to a full tariff and trade deal, announcing a framework last week. Joining us right now to talk about what could be next, Nicholas Burns, who served as U.S. ambassador to China under the Biden administration, has worked under 6 presidents, both Democrats and Republicans, in his decade-long career. He's now professor at Harvard University's Belfer Center, and we welcome to the broadcast. How close do you really think we are at this point? I know we keep saying we're getting closer and closer. We haven't had the real news yet, but it does feel like something's there.
Andrew, I think the agreement announced last week on rare earth metals and rare earth exports by China to the U.S., it's positive. It's a real step in the right direction. However, I don't think that the two sides are close to a comprehensive trade deal. I think we're looking at more of a truce. You know, they've had difficulty, particularly on the rare earth metal. Both leaders are determined not to back down, and it's certainly understandable from a political perspective. But I would say there's probably a month or 2 or 3 left in these negotiations if you're looking at a comprehensive trade deal, right, perhaps in the autumn, because I do think both leaders want to meet, and they probably won't be able to meet until they can get a trade deal.
So one of the things we heard from President Trump just over the weekend was the prospect of a deal over TikTok. He suggests almost in the next 2 weeks, possibly with a group of wealthy investors. I would have thought that that was one chess piece in this larger trade tariff arrangement with China. Do you think that's something that could happen before a larger trade deal is accomplished?
I would think, I mean, because the Chinese will have a say in this in the way that they react to it. So I think this would be certainly in the margins of what this whole entire deal will look like in the future. But, you know, one thing that's clear to me, the Chinese need a trade deal. I mean, they're talking tough now, but they've been a major disruptor in global trade, as you know. Their economy is moving along, but not at high single-digit rates. They're going to be looking at, I think, 3 or 4% GDP growth over the next year. They won't say that. They'll say it's 5%. It'll be less. They need the foreign direct investment, which declined precipitously last year. And I think the Chinese need stability in their relationship with the United States. We're their biggest export market. So both sides need the deal, but I think the Chinese probably at this point are going to try to move this along.
Okay, so but what does that mean ultimately to the rate, the tariff rate? And I'll tell you, most CEOs I talk to say there's a big difference between 30% and 20%. Like that's a wide delta. Where do you think we land, and what kind of leverage do we have with the Chinese, and what could they offer to shift the balance of that?
Well, you have 2 issues here. You have the overall tariff rates, but you also have the sectoral tariff rates. So, for instance, the United States right now has 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs, 50% on semiconductors, 25% on lithium batteries. Those were set by President Biden 13 months ago. And it's interesting how President Biden honored all of President Trump's tariffs, and President Trump is honoring President Biden's tariffs. So there's 2 problems in this trade deal. One is the reciprocal rate that the administration, I think, will insist on. But second is the sectoral tariffs. I don't see those going away, given the fact that China is trying to dump its excess manufactured products like lithium batteries or EVs or solar panels on the rest of the world.
I have a larger question. I was talking to an auto CEO last week who said to me, look, BYD is just killing it. And they may never take the U.S., given the kind of tariffs we have on them, but they're going to take Europe. They're going to take the rest of the world at the rate that they're going. If you were President Trump thinking about that, what would you be doing?
Trying to align better with the Europeans and with the Japanese and with the South Koreans. Look, I understand. I have supported a lot of what President Trump has done on tariffs vis-a-vis China, because we need to be tough-minded, and President Trump's been appropriately tough. The problem, I think, for us tactically is that we've also put high tariffs on all of our leading trade partners. And I know from my time in China that the Japanese, the Koreans, the Europeans, the Canadians all have the same problems on trade with China as we do. But we've taken away from the incentive of those countries joining our side of the table, leaning on the Chinese, providing that weight. If you think about Japan, the EU, and the United States alone, that's 60% of global GDP. So I think that we've done this in too unilateral a fashion. We have natural allies out there, but if you're going to have tariff wars with them, little incentive for them to join our side in the China talks.
Ambassador, President Trump, I'm sorry,
go ahead. Not wrong.
I was just going to say, Andrew said, what's the advice to President Trump, or what would I do? I think that's the major advice. We need more leverage on our side of the table, and it's there for the taking if we would make China the centerpiece of this, the focal point.
But how concerned are you, by the way, when I talk to the folks in the auto industry, they say, look, BYD are making better cars than we're making. I mean, that's a very interesting, and then you get into the whole idea, and they're cheaper. And so the question is, how do you actually create an environment where we can compete? And should we be trying to compete?
With great difficulty. And I think that's why you've seen, the Europeans have put tariffs on Chinese EVs. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Japanese and Koreans have to do, because everyone's losing market share. You've seen that, particularly with the Japanese, who've been a major player in China on automobiles for the last couple of decades.
President Trump says that he has a group of wealthy people ready to buy TikTok. He says he can reveal who they are in a couple of weeks, but the Chinese probably have to sign off on this deal to begin with. What are the odds of that? And is something that seems as small as this something that could actually be part of these trade talks?
I think inevitably TikTok's going to have to be part of the trade deal, or certainly on the margins related to the trade deal. The Chinese government's going to have a say on this. They've played hardball over the last year and a half, as various proposals have been made. But ultimately, the Chinese do want to deal with the United States. So I think that President Trump would be well advised, and I'm sure he's thinking about this, and his team, make this part and parcel of the overall talks that are underway.
If this is part of what we get, though, what are we giving up as a result? Is TikTok really that important?
People in the U.S.
Well, I think one of the interesting questions here is, what are we giving up? The Chinese actually announced last week specifically what they're going to do on this rare earths deal. They alluded to the fact that the United States will now reduce or drop some of our technology restrictions. And I think the devil's going to be in the detail. The U.S. has not announced what it's going to do on that point, and certainly not on TikTok yet either.
Yeah, what compromises will the U.S. make? That is a good question. But I do believe that TikTok needs to not be owned by anyone in China, to be honest with you. It would be safer in the hands of U.S. companies, honestly, with, they don't even, think about it this way, like TikTok, as far as I understand, it's still banned in China. It was created in China, it's run in China, it's owned in China, but it's banned in China. What does that tell you, right? BlackRock expands Bitcoin holdings with significant acquisitions. BlackRock's increased Bitcoin holdings reflect rising institutional demand influencing market stability and liquidity. BlackRock has executed a significant Bitcoin purchase, adding 8,000 Bitcoin to its assets. This acquisition amplifies its standing as a key institutional player in the cryptocurrency market. Such moves underline a shift towards integrating digital currency into traditional portfolios. Larry Fink spearheads BlackRock's Bitcoin strategy. Under his leadership, the company positioned Bitcoin as a portfolio diversifier alongside gold. Institutional demand for Bitcoin is rising, evidenced by BlackRock's substantial purchases in market engagements. The acquisition bolsters market stability by enhancing liquidity in digital currencies. BlackRock's Bitcoin holdings signal robust institutional confidence in cryptocurrency, further legitimizing Bitcoin as a diversified asset class. These developments could result in heightened market activity and increased institutional investments in cryptocurrencies. Historical trends suggest parallel outcomes where institutional participation in Bitcoin has driven market growth and asset legitimacy. Guys, listen, when retail arrives, this thing is going to explode, okay? Imagine knowing that BlackRock and all of these other Fidelity, all of these other institutions and asset managers are just buying up Bitcoin and crypto by the truckload. Imagine knowing that and still feeling bearish. It doesn't make any sense. Connect the dots, my friends. For the love of baby Jeebus, come on. All right, what else do we have? This is still the most hated V-shaped rally, says Funstrat's Tom Lee. We love Tom Lee on the channel, guys.
Talk a little bit about where the markets stand overall right now, because we're looking at both the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ 100, all closing at new highs again on Friday. It's the best quarter for technology since the second quarter of 2020. What's happening, and how do you see this playing out?
Well, this is still the most hated V-shaped rally. And it, of course, has a lot to do with when stocks fell in a waterfall decline into April. Nobody likes to be sitting on stocks. So a lot of folks liquidated at the lows. But we know that whenever the VIX is above 60 and falls below 30, you've made a decisive low. And now visibility is better. You know, tariffs aren't as bad as we expected. And the inflation impact actually has been very muted, and actually outside of tariffs, underlying inflation is actually much lower than people expected. And I think the Fed is, even if they're holding now, the bond market doesn't believe it. If you look at the 2-year, they think the Fed's 2 cuts behind. The 10-year is now down to 4.2, which means the Fed can be more dovish in the next 12 months, and that's a tailwind for stocks.
Can you explain how we have this big, beautiful bill, which people are saying $3.3 trillion added to our deficits and everything else, and yet you're looking at the 10-year coming down?
Yes. It shows you that markets don't view the U.S.'s debt sustainability purely as its budget, you know, because I think there's a lot of hidden value on the U.S. balance sheet, from natural resources to buildings they own to the value of gold is undervalued. And in a way, when people say the U.S. can't find buyers of its treasuries, it's actually finding it. It's going to be stable coins. Stable coins are going to replace any foreign holder of treasuries, because
is that a temporary situation? Like once you do that to a certain level, then sort of living in its own universe?
True. It depends. I mean, stable coins are 250 billion today. You know, the total circulating supply of dollars is in the, you know, nearly 10 trillion. So stable coins can grow. A lot of stable coins transactions happen outside the U.S. So dollar dominance could actually be much higher in a stablecoin world. But you know, right, the main thing is it's at 4.2% the 10-year. And I think that means the bond market isn't as concerned. I mean,
right, but we thought that the bond vigilantes were going to say, no mas, we're not doing this.
Yes. I think the bond vigilantes are essentially correct. The U.S. should not be running a deficit like this. But for whatever reason, we're not at the levels yet where debt sustainability is a question.
Could that change? I mean, it's weird when these sentiment changes come. They usually come without warning. That's
right. Bond markets run on confidence, so there may be a moment where the bond market loses confidence. As long as the dollar is,
Jamie Dimon's worried about that.
Yeah, and you should pay heed to Jamie Dimon, because he has his finger on the whole economy.
Where you still look at your year-end target is at 6,600 still? So that's up about 8% from where we closed on Friday?
Yeah, I think that the reason people don't think there's more upside, I think there's upside to 6,600, because the PE of the market can go up a lot. We already had 5 shocks. We had COVID shock, the supply chain shock, the inflation shock,
Rocker with the
fastest
shocker.
hikes in history, and then we had the tariff shock. So 5 shocks in 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
And earnings kept growing. If this was like a stock, we'd say, look, if you tried to kill it 5 times and it still grew earnings, we would put a much higher multiple on it.
Jim Chanos was talking on Bloomberg the other day and said that what we're seeing right now in AI reminds him of a lot of ways in the dot-com bubble. Now, the numbers and the earnings are very different, but he was talking about the Cisco's and the Lucents and some of those companies that were selling the things to shore up the internet. And I think he's looking at all of the CapEx spending that's taking place and saying it's great for right now, but it could change drastically and relatively quickly too.
Yeah. I was a tech analyst during that time. I think it's very different. We have to remember the internet boom was companies like Yahoo creating web pages that were raising venture capital funds to create web pages. So the purchase of the equipment was based on like creating web pages.
Right.
AI has use cases like replacing workers. So you have true dollars for a company to measure how much they're saving. And so until we get to the point where AI doesn't save you any money,
right,
then it's a bubble, but
because
maybe it's undervalued.
Right.
It's a bubble butt. He said bubble butt. Anyway, guys, he's absolutely right. Let's go look real quick at the S&P 500 just to kind of reflect what he's talking about here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful all-time high, baby. Continuing to grow in the S&P 500. You love to see it. All signs point to the moon, guys. How could you not be excited? Andy, my guy, my brother, XRP pumping. Yes, it is. I'll show you the XRP chart real quick before we continue on. Boom. XRP, baby, breaking out right now of its falling wedge pattern. This is going to be a beautiful run. Looking good, man. XRP on the breakout. Chart looks good. Meredith, my dude, made it. The new job has me actually working. Well, that's some BS, right? You should go into your boss's office and say, hey, man, I didn't sign up to actually work. I didn't sign up for this. I'm going to need a lot more money, brother, if you want me to work. Let's go. Go fast. What's up, man? Guys, 445 people watching, 157 likes. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. Do me that favor. It's absolutely free. Let's get to 200 likes. We're having trouble with the algorithm here, so help us out. Help us boost the algorithm. Go ahead, hit the like button. It's free, guys. Come on. Lord of the Realm, what's going on, buddy? Good afternoon. Train for stamina. Who doesn't like those kind of bubbles? Let's go. Let's go. All right, what else do we have? We got another article for you guys. All right, so altcoins could break out on July 1st as Bitcoin dominance tests historical resistance once again. Altcoins may be on the verge of a sharp breakout as multiple market analysts observe bullish patterns forming across the crypto landscape. With stocks already reaching new all-time highs, traders expect crypto to follow closely, potentially more aggressively. The altcoin market could soon enter a high volatility phase that historically defines a real altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance, a metric used to compare Bitcoin's value against the overall crypto market, remains high at 64.9%. Analysts consider this a major reason why a broad altcoin rally has not yet materialized. According to observations by Rect Capital, Bitcoin dominance recently retested 64% level and may rise to 74%, delaying the onset of a full altcoin season. However, some experts expect this trend to reverse. According to chart analysts shared by El Crypto Prof, Bitcoin dominance has once again tested a long-term resistance trendline similar to 2017 and 2021. Prior rejections led to powerful altcoin rallies. If a similar rejection happens right now, Bitcoin dominance could fall sharply, allowing altcoins to gain momentum. Meanwhile, Don Crypto noted that altcoins remain in a sideways structure but could break out of the total altcoin market capitalization crosses the $1.27 trillion mark. This level has last tested early 2024, now serves as resistance. Now, we're going to step away from the article quick to look at the total 2 market cap because I want to show you in real time. Total 2. Because it is also extremely bullish. We are in a bull flag, as you can see, on the total 2, ready to break sharply to the upside as well. Guys, things are lining up so perfectly, right? Those people who are making negative comments and feel everything's going to go down and that they're negative and they're toxic, guys, these people are going to lose, right? Don't be one of those people. Don't act on emotion with your investments. Let's get back to the article and continue on. You only get one shot at this, guys. You get one shot, just like Eminem said, right? And then you got to wait 4 more years. So get it right. Don't fall for people's crap that don't know what they're talking about. This often signals that traders are accumulating altcoins off exchanges, anticipating a strong price movement ahead. Crypto Patel supported this view, noting that current conditions resemble those seen before the 2021 altcoin surge. Carl the Moon added that a giga alt season may follow if Bitcoin dominance breaks down. Crypto Nobbler, how about that name, further predicted that altcoins could begin breaking out as soon as July 1st. Make sure your bags are packed, my friends. Things are about to get juicy. Pith, absolutely, Jimmy. Pith, is TARS expected to get on Coinbase listing? Of course. I have no doubt TARS will get a Coinbase listing. 100%, man. 100%, I think so. Going back over to Bitcoin's chart, guys. Let's check it out. Boom. Monthly. Let's get back to the daily time frame. All right. We're still holding support very nicely. Things are looking good. I'm positive, guys. I hope you guys are positive. I'm showing you why you need to be bullish. If you're not, you better check your pulse, my friends. Listen, I got to get out of here, but get over to the Patreon. I'm going to go eat lunch, and then I'm going to be posting my daily picks over on the Patreon. You do not want to miss it, guys. You can also join our mentorship coaching calls to get all the guidance you need, from portfolio structure to exit strategies, when to take profits, when not to take profits, how to butter your bread, how to cut your bread, whatever you need, guys. We got the fries that'll cross your eyes. The link is down below in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. It's everywhere you want to be. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys later tonight. God bless.